Alright, I'm again here. I'm going to do an autism blog on what not to say if someone on the spectrum. When we're experiencing sensory overload, don't come up and say, "Oh, hi. I haven't seen you in a while, stranger. How are you, stranger?" It, well, some people on the spectrum don't like that, and I particularly don't like that when someone says that to me. Because then it sounds like they don't know me, and then trying to ask for a hug. They didn't want a hug, and they're like, "Oh, no hug?" Well, because the past 2 years, I have been taught not to hug anyone, except for family. I'm only hug certain friends. I have my own personal list of who I hug. A lot of people on the spectrum have that, and I have my own list. Like my closest friends, I hug, and my great friends, I hug. Yes. I like hugs, but I only hug certain people. And the last time I experienced sensory overload was this past Tuesday. There was just a lot of people. It was overwhelming. I don't really like big crowds of people. I never did. It's very overwhelming for someone on the spectrum who has sensory processing disorder. It just overwhelms us. We find it very overwhelming, and it was just too much for me. And you have to have patience for someone who has autism, and then don't say to someone on the spectrum saying, "Oh, that's just the way it is." If you say you're born with autism, just say, "Oh, that's a good thing," but don't say, "Oh, that's just the way it is. That's the way things are." It's like saying that you don't care, or you are like, "Oh, okay." And then don't say to someone on the spectrum, or to anyone who doesn't even have autism, that, "Oh, you're always busy." Well, I make time for my family. A lot of people on the spectrum make time for people who are special to them. And then the dating on the spectrum is, a lot of us, it's too much for us, and I choose not to date. And I choose to be in places that aren't very crowded. Well, that's the end of what not to say to someone on the spectrum. Me explaining about autism, and you are loved and cared about by someone. Hope you have a good day, night, evening, whenever you watch this video, and you are loved by someone. If you want to go on Zoom with a friend, just send them an email and ask for what's a good time for them. And yeah, Zoom's a good thing if you're like 3 hours away from your friend and you want to see them. Have a good day, night, evening, and you're loved.